quiet, please. Play.
Hi everyone, it's Catherine here. So 2 weeks ago, we announced the new Goalball UK Patrons Programme, and today I'm really pleased to be able to announce our new Ambassadors Programme. So our ambassadors, who I'm going to introduce you to individually shortly, are all well known within the Goalball family. They are well respected and they are excellent role models. They are also well connected outside of Goalball. So they are going to help us, or should I say continue to help us, because they're already doing great work, in raising the profile of Goalball. This will hopefully attract more funding, which will then enable us to be able to provide more opportunities for everyone to play Goalball. So first up, I'd like to welcome KelsyPrivet. So hi, Kelsey.
Hi.
Would you like to give us a little bit of background to your involvement in Goalball?
Yeah, of course. I've been involved in Goalball for just over 9 years now. Feels like a very long time. In that time, I've played for Winchester and then RNC. And at the moment, probably going back to Winchester as I'm a student. And so my involvement in Goalball really started just after the Paralympics. I was really inspired by what I saw there, and have been playing ever since, and have been, as so many people have been so touched by kind of what Goalball can do on the court for being involved in sport and social stuff, off the court as well, and kind of really growing my independence. And I think that's been the massive effect of Goalball for me, and I've seen on other people. And I think that's been such the biggest impact of Goalball for me. Brilliant.
And no mention of cycling. So you've done 2 epic rides on behalf of Goalball UK. You're involved in the Coast to Coast back in 2015, and then the Children in Need challenge in 2019 as well.
That I have. I don't think my legs have forgiven me just yet. In 2015, I took part in the Goalball UK Coast to Coast, raising money for Goalball UK back then. That feels like a very long time ago. But more recently, in 2019, took part in the Children in Need Rickshaw Challenge on behalf of Goalball UK, and raised money through that to support Goalball UK and charities like it. And there's amazing opportunities, and all thanks to Goalball that I was able to give something back in that way as well. So really, really incredible.
Well, thank you, Kelsey. So next up, we're going to say hello, or should I say Shamai, to MeganPrice from our South Wales Goalball Club. So hi, Megan. Can you tell us a bit about involvement?
My involvement, yeah, okay. So I found out about Goalball in 2012 while I was at RNC. Funny, kind of started quite funny actually, because I was actually tricked into going to my first ever Goalball session. And yeah, anyway, got tricked, ended up going there, trying it out, and it was that I fell in love at first jingle, or I guess technically I fell in love at first hit in the face. Yeah, and then since then, after being at RNC, I went to uni where I couldn't play for 3 years. Very sad. But once I finished uni, came back to Wales, and I was very lucky. My prayers were very much answered. That yourself, Catherine, and some other people involved in trying to set up something in Wales. So I very much wanted to get involved with that. So since, I don't know, what was that then? 2018 or something? I've been involved with the South Wales Goalball Club, and I've been to trainings, camps, tournaments, and absolutely loved the thing. Loved everything I've done so far.
Excellent. I think we just need a couple of official clarifications there. So you say you were tricked into it. I'm sure it was you were encouraged to join in, like you've subsequently encouraged other people. And in terms of being hit in the face, I think you've learned to defend as well since that point.
Yes, because that was the first time, where I didn't really completely understand how to sort of defend yet. It was the very first time the ball had been thrown at me. So thankfully, since then, I've been hit in the face a lot less. Thankfully, thank God for defense techniques. But yeah, because basically the first time I heard of it, in a nutshell, to my understanding, I was being told to get more blind and have a ball thrown at me, which didn't exactly appeal to me. But then, long story short, yeah, they did convince me to, encouraged me to go, and I did, and I have never looked back, and I'm very happy I went.
Brilliant. Thank you, Megan. Welcome to the programme.
Thank you.
So our next ambassador that I'd like to welcome is Nikki Riley. So hello, Nikki. Can you tell us a little bit about your involvement in Goalball today, please?
Hello, Catherine, and hello, everybody. I've been in Goalball since 2016, just shortly after my arrival in the UK. And I was really keen to try all sorts of sports. I'd never heard about goalball before, didn't know how it was played. And here I was in the sports hall getting a ball, really big one, hit on my body. And I'm like, oh my God, can this really be fun? But within that hour, I kind of knew there's no looking back. And I was one of the first members of our London Elephants Club, and I've played for them since. And it's been a really humbling journey and a really interesting one as well. Don't miss the injuries and the bruises, of course, but everything else has been fantastic. It's allowed me to meet some brilliant, brilliant people, travel around the country to experience goalball with different teams and in different venues, and of course the camaraderie on and off court as well. So obviously in 2016, started off as a novice player, didn't know anything about, and slowly worked my way up, went up to intermediate, and in 2019 got to play elite as well against some of the best players in the country. So it's just been a really wonderful journey. I do really miss goalball. I hope that we can get back into it soon. And also, I've actually got a few of my friends in London to come and try goalball, which has been fascinating because I think we definitely need to raise more awareness about it and show how tough we can be and what an incredible game it is when it comes to technical skills, when it comes to strength, when it comes to teamwork, communication, and so much more.
Absolutely. And I understand that you're currently training for the London Marathon as well.
I am indeed. Fingers crossed it goes ahead and I'm able to achieve my target.
So you're a fan of positive pain then?
We do try. We do try. Absolutely.
Thank you very much, Nikki.
Thank you.
Okay, and last but not least, I'd like to welcome Tracy Compton. So hello, Tracy.
Hi, Catherine. Thank you.
Would you like to tell us a little bit about your involvement in goalball for those that don't know, which won't be many?
Yes, of course. So I guess my journey started way back in 2014, where I was asked to go along just to make some numbers up at a venue in Croydon, and went along. There wasn't a lot of people there. Was then told to go down the end of the hall, a very big hall, and find the centre mark and basically get on my hands and knees. And and then Alex Bunny decided to just start throwing some goalballs down at me and asked me to track them and defend them. So yeah, that was my introduction to goalball. So thank you, Russ Sparks. And I will say I haven't looked back since. Absolutely fantastic. Being a founder member of Voice Up Warriors, who I played for 2015 was our very first tournament in Birmingham, and played for them until about 2017, I believe. So 2018, I believe, I started to play with London Elephants, and at the same time, another highlight of mine was playing for England in the Four Nations. I believe that was 2018. God, it seems so long ago.
It was, yes.
So, yeah, to put that shirt on and play in England and be able to score was absolutely thrilling. So that's my involvement in goalball, and I just love the camaraderie, social, playing against other teams. And what I like is I've joined yourself, Catherine, at the Site Village in London a few times, and trying to encourage other VI, blind and normal sighted, because it is an inclusive sport, to come and have a go. And you know, My wish is to have more teams in London, so we could have a bigger derby, a London derby. That would be an absolutely fantastic scenario to have. So yeah, that's me.
Yeah, well, hopefully with your help, that's one thing we'll be able to achieve, because as we said, a lot of what this ambassadors program is about is raising awareness of the sport, and hopefully get more people interested, attract some more funders, and then be able to provide some more opportunities. So thank you very much, Tracy.
Thanks very much, Catherine, and welcome on board everyone else.
So those are our first 4 ambassadors. I'd just like to say thank you once again to them all for agreeing to be involved. As you heard, they were really passionate about goalball, even if they did all mention being hit in the face when they first started playing. I should also mention our 3 associate ambassadors, that's Guide Dogs, Lacey, Daisy and Sandy, who belong to Kelsey, Megan and Tracy respectively. Finally, thank you to everyone in the Goalball family for what you do to support our work. It was an incredibly hard decision selecting who was going to be the first ambassadors. We'd just like to stress though that this is not a closed programme. There will be opportunities for other people to get involved in the future, so listen out for more news.
Game.